Brethren, gentlemen, ladies, thank you for joining us again tonight for a second edition of Omerta Square and Compass Talk. I'll introduce myself. My name is Kevin Lapham, Dormer Lodge number 38. Tonight's topic of discussion will be what brought you into Masonry. Tell a quick story about myself. What brought me into Masonry is my grandfather was a 32nd degree Master Mason, Scottish Rite out of Massachusetts, as well as a Shriner. He always stood upright, just, and I always wanted to know what Freemasonry was about. And luckily I came in contact with my brothers from Omerta, and lo and behold, I'm part of this table now. I just want to know how to make myself a better man, better father, better son, surrounding myself by people of the same caliber, of that caliber, I should say. Quick story about me, and after that, I want to introduce my brother here, John Rolls.
John Rolls, Myrtle Lodge 145. What brought me into Masonry? I had a conversation with Gunnar. He has since passed, but what spurred me on to further pursue it was Tim Carpenter, Joe Goenaga, and the brothers at this table. And having served in the military like many of these brothers, or served in some type of fraternal organization like law enforcement, I missed that when I retired and got out of it. And I found it with these brothers. And so I don't regret the decision at all.
Good job. Well done.
How's it going, Eric Bordenson? I was brought in, I was interested in becoming a Mason based off Brother Tim. I ended up meeting him at a Marine Corps function. And then about that time, the 33rd and Beyond movie came out. And I just had a lot of questions about that. And every question that he answered sparked about 20 more of them. So it just became something that became more of a fit based on just experience that I've had with other military organizations and just other type of people that I've worked with working for the Air Force. So it just seemed more of a fit, and then it just growing more and more throughout the years. So definitely that's something that's I would definitely not regret ever.
Wow, that's disconcerting, Sammy. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm a new initiate, I think I can say.
Well, Chris is actually getting ready to get his entered apprentice degree. So he's just been voted in and will be soon joining our ranks officially at this table.
So, welcome to the goathood, or brotherhood.
The goat.
You haven't experienced the goat yet. The goat is coming.
Oh!
He's speaking a language he doesn't know.
Yes, I don't know. I started hanging out with these guys. I've been coming here and met them, and we had an enjoyable time on rides. And got to know them and got more interested in the group they were into, and that's what's brought me into it. And so,
All right.
short, sweet.
Name's Brian Roberts, out of Moore. Thank you, sir.
Oh well.
Too soon? First exposure I had to Freemasonry was actually a high school teacher in Botec, Mr. Malott. Very stand-up guy. Great morals. Bend over backward to help you. That's my first experience with it. And started coming up here to Omerta, smoking with some of the brothers here. And I saw the same type of character, same type of people that I like, I want to hang out with, same type of people I want to be. And that's really what attracted me to Masonry. It's also a place for men. It's one of the last places I know of that men can hang out with other men, act like men. Hell yeah. And love each other as brothers.
I'm Tim Carpenter, India Lodge number 551. What brought me into Masonry was a very poor excuse. I had promised one of my hotel mentors years ago that I would join Masonry. And after he passed, another one of my brothers said, hey, you know, it's time. We made this commitment. Let's do this. And I didn't know much about Masonry at that point. But I was like, okay, you know, I made the promise. Let me do this. And then I came in, and once I got my foot in the door and started discovering more about Masonry, discovering more about the caliber of the men, like the men at this table, with the exception of Brian. You know,
Love you, Brian.
how can you not have this in life? You know, and as a Marine Corps veteran, I was used to this in the Marine Corps, but then you get out of it and you're looking for that.
Yeah.
You know, we as men are looking for the group of men that we can trust, trust no matter what.
Yeah.
And this is what we found, you know, and this is what we found at this
Amen.
table in addition to Masonry.
Amen. Yep. Well done.
Okay.
Joe Guanaga, past master of Moore Lodge. It's the same story that everybody's telling. The people that I looked up to when I was growing up, different walks of life, different professions, they all have one thing in common, and I found that out after the fact. They're all Masons. So I inquired about it. People I worked with were Masons. My father-in-law was a Mason. Inquired about it and became one. And the only thing I'm sorry about, I'm a young Mason, 21 years. The only thing I'm sorry about is that I didn't do this 20 years earlier. It's a great fraternity. I wouldn't change it for the world.
Hi, I'm Ron J. Gosh. I belong to Silo Lodge number 276, India Lodge number 551. And the reason I became a Mason is my dad was a Mason and my father-in-law was a Mason, and they were great guys. And I wanted to be just like them. And I haven't regretted a minute of it.
Thank you, Brother Ron.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Sammy Brents from Mustang number 407, and I got into Masonry, started off mainly because of my wife. My wife is a Shriner's child, or a Shriner's kid, I should say. She spent 18 years going to the Shriner's Hospital in Shreveport, Louisiana, and she has a prosthetic right leg. And when we got married, she'd asked me a few times, you know, like, well, how do you be a Shriner? How do you become a Shriner? And I didn't know. I had no idea, no clue, no nothing. And so several years went on, and I started hanging out here at Omerta, and met these gentlemen here at the table that you've already been introduced to, and quickly learned that to be a Shriner, you need to be a Mason. And so I went down the path, and it's been the best thing in the world for me. Our previous episode, we talked about fellowship and the fellowship that it brings. It's a win-win all the way around for all men. Makes you a better man, and you get to do and help and support a lot of other organizations along the way.
In conclusion, thank you very much again for joining us this evening. It's like I touched upon earlier, I could not speak better words while these gentlemen here have said, my brethren. It's a great place to be, a great thing to be part of. Oldest fraternity. It's a beautiful brotherhood. These guys have my back no matter what. Whatever, it's a great thing to be part of, and I take a lot of pride in being a Mason. Thank you this evening. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Merry Christmas.